I have always struggled to find my place in just about every setting I put myself in. Between pressure from my peers and pressure from society's norms, I lack the confidence to find my own niche and be myself. Whether you know it or not, we all make judgments about everyone and everything. When we hear something or see something, we immediately and subconsciously make assumptions or judgments based on those thoughts and feelings. It is those assumptions and judgments that I am afraid of. I have always felt that I don't fit in, a slight disconnection between myself and other people. I don't do a lot of things that people will consider normal. I never cared too much about sports, nor do I care about knowing who won what game. I used to use social media like Twitter and Instagram because I thought that's what all the cool people did. But I stopped because I was afraid of being judged on what I posted or what I said. I didn't want to deal with the anxiety that came with that. I was at a constant battle to try and fit in. To combat this, I looked for a role model, a shadow to follow. I knew the perfect person. Parents loved him, adults loved him, kids loved him. He is athletic, charismatic, genuine. I thought that if I could be like him, then maybe I could be liked equally and equally respected. He was someone I always competed against, someone I always looked up to. He is my older brother. Throughout my life, I have always been called Kelly's little brother. By peers, family, friends, teachers. Usually, I go along with it and say, yeah, that's me, in hopes that they will think of me with the same regard as they think of Kelly. I remember during the first week of freshman year in World Studies, my class was doing this introduction game where we rotated from person to person and shared a little bit about ourselves. Well, this one girl rotates to me, and before I even introduce myself, before she introduces herself, she goes, "Aren't you Kelly's little brother? He's so hot." Well, my first reaction was, wow, you're off to a really good start. But at the same time, I couldn't help but be flattered because, if she thinks Kelly's hot, and if she thought I looked like Kelly, then I must resemble him in some way. But my goal is to be better than him, in any way, shape, or form that I can, so that maybe someday someone will call him Nicky instead of Kelly, and I can bask in the glory of finally being someone else besides Kelly's little brother. One night, I was talking to my mom. Being a few glasses of wine in, she starts talking to me about my relationship with Kelly. Don't know how this came about, but it did. So she starts to talk and talk and talk, like wine usually makes her. But then she says, Kelly is jealous of your friends. He wishes he could have the same bond with his friends as you do with yours. And acknowledging that, yeah, my friend group is pretty close, I realize that it's an aspect of my life that I should be happy for. I should be happy to have, and I shouldn't take that for granted. She goes on to reassure me that Kelly and I aren't alike. Being my mother, she realizes the person I truly am, and not the person I'm trying to be. She tells me that she likes my slightly introverted and reserved attitude. She says that another Kelly in this family would just be a little too much to handle. Yeah, I can agree with that. However, I may not be the same charismatic, hot, athletic person as my brother. I know that I can be happy with myself. I don't need to try and be someone I am not. Everyone is unique from one another, and even if we share common interests, when you break it down and inspect every element, we all differ in our own ways. Moving forward, I know that I should embrace myself and be true to who I am and not worry about what other people think, because no matter how many people call me Kelly on accident or Kelly's little brother, I will always be Nicky. Thank you.